If you can, please download or print out the PDF file on the description below so you can work with me. We know the area of a triangle is a half times base times the perpendicular height. The base in this case is here and the perpendicular height is this. Because I have a symbol here, that means they are perpendicular or meet at 90 degrees if you like. So all we need is 9 centimeters and 12 centimeters. So we do not need this one. Now we just substitute into the formula. So a half times base, which is 12 times 9. So half of 12 is 6. 6 times 9 is 54. And don't forget the units. Square centimeters. Second one. So in this triangle here, we have 15 centimeters, 13 centimeters, and both are the side length. This 9 centimeters here is the perpendicular height to this length here. Or you can just draw this on here. So this is 9 centimeters. That's what that meant. So the area of a triangle A is a half times base times the perpendicular height. So this symbol here means perpendicular height. So which is equal to a half times 13. This is the base and this is the height. And times by 9. So we just go 0.5 times 13 times 9. 58.5 square centimeters. 58.5 square centimeters. Please stop the video. Try this one yourself. We know the area of a triangle is a half times base times height. Base and height, remember, is a perpendicular distance of a triangle. Like this. This one here from this length and this length. They are perpendicular. This symbol means they are perpendicular because they both meet at 90 degrees. So all we need is this side length and this here, 6 centimeters. So we ignore this. We don't need that 10 centimeters to find the area. So which is equal to a half times 8 times 6 or a half times 6 times 8. Doesn't really matter. So half of 8 is 4. 4 times 6 is 24, which is 24 square centimeters. There is a lot of measurement here. You have 12 centimeters, you have 7 centimeters, you have 5 and 4 centimeters. But we only need height and the base of the triangle. So you can see this length here and this length, they are perpendicular. So we only need these 4 centimeters and 5 centimeters. So the area of a triangle A is a half times base times height. I repeat this again. So this length here is perpendicular to this side length here, which is 4. So the base is 5 in this case and the height is 4. So which is equal to a half times 4 times 5. And a half of 4 is 2. 2 times 5 is 10. So the answer is 10 square centimeters. Please stop the video and try this one yourself. See if you can do it. Now looking at this diagram here, we have 2 triangles. So we have one is the larger one and a smaller one here. And we want to find the shaded area. So this means that we need to find the larger one and then we minus this one here. Now to find the area of the larger one, I can name A1 or AL. Let's make it AL. Doesn't really matter. It's just a naming convention. But before I do that, I write area of a triangle first, which is a half times base times height. So I write A1 or AL, doesn't matter. AL is a larger triangle. For the larger triangle, this length here and this one here, they are perpendicular to each other. So that's all we need. So which is a half times 12 times 7, which is equal to a half of 12 is 6. 6 times 7 is 42. And the unit is square centimeters. Otherwise, you can just put in a calculator, a half times 12 times 7. It's all about the process, but make sure you show working out like this. To find the smaller triangle, so I just write AS, S for smaller. You can write A1, A2, like I said earlier. So this length here and this length, they are perpendicular. So it's 90 degrees here. So it's a half times 4 times 4. So half of 4 is 2. 2 times 4 is 8. So 8 square centimeters. Now we need to find the shaded area. So therefore, area is equal to 42 is the larger one and minus the smaller triangle, which is 8. 42 minus 8. So 40 minus 8 is 32 and add 2, so 34. So the answer is 34 square centimeters. Please stop the video and try this one yourself. By looking at the diagram, you can see 23 is the base of these two triangles here. And this here is 23 centimeters. So you can see this length here is the height of the triangle above. So which is, this is the base. So area, I just write out the rule first. Always start with the rules, okay? Area is equal half times base times height. So let's name this A1 and this is A2. So we can just write A1 is equal to a half times the base is 23 and times the height is 11. So just put in a calculator. So 0.5 times 23 times 11, which is 126.5. 126.5 square centimeters. Area 2 is equal to a half times the base. The base here is 23. So just write 23 down and times the perpendicular height. That is 7, which equal to, so a half times 23 times 7. And then that's give me, so 80.5 square centimeters. So the area is equal to, we just add them up. So 126.5 plus 80.5, which equal to, so I have 80.5 on my screen already. So I just press answer. I can just press the answer button. That was the last one I did. Answer means 80.5. So we add 126.5. So 207. 207 square centimeters. Don't forget the units. Last one. Please stop the video and try it yourself. So area of any triangle is a half times the base times perpendicular height. To find the shaded area, we need to find the area of the larger triangle and find the smaller triangle. We minus from the larger one. So let's name larger one is AL. Just easier to remember, that's all. You can name it A1, nothing wrong with that. And the smaller one A2. So AL, so the larger triangle is a half times the base. Now because this length here and this side here are perpendicular to each other. So this is symbol here means they're perpendicular. So we just need 15 and 19 we time together. So times by 19 times 15. So which equal to 0.5 times 19 times 15. So the answer is 142.5. 142.5 square centimeters. So AS is a smaller triangle is equal to a half times 9 times 12, or a half times 12 times 9, which is equal to a half of 12 is 6. 6 times 9 is 54. So 54 square centimeters. To find the shaded area, all we need to do is we use the larger area of the triangle minus the area of the smaller triangle. So we just go area equal 142.5 minus 54, which give me 142.5 minus 54 is equal to 88.5 square centimeters. Thank you so much for watching.